This is the ETF M6300, a complete new installation for inspection, rolling and wrapping vinyl customer rolls, with only one inspector and one operator. It can be installed online directly at the end of a manufacturing line, as well as offline from a jumbo unwind stand to process 4, 3 and 2 by 2 meter width customer rolls. Let us start at the beginning. After the vinyl leaves the production line, the edges are trimmed. At the inspection table, with its operator platform and control panels, the vinyl is inspected. This is the main operator area. The entire line can be monitored and controlled from this position. The inspector determines the spot where a metal sticker is attached in order to separate the different quality segments or mark a seam. The ETF length measuring device, in combination with a measuring wheel, exactly registers the meters that have been passed and the position of the marked spot. In the accumulator, the web tension will be controlled by means of a fixed contraweight in combination with torque-driven motors. The guiding unit brings the vinyl straight into the roll-up unit, so perfectly right-angled rolls are produced. The high-speed cross-cutting device designed by ETF can now do its job. The optimal roll lengths are chosen with the help of the optimisation program, which reduces the number of short rolls. Waste material is removed automatically and transported to one side of the installation. The required tube is collected from the storage unit by an elevator and transferred to the roll-up unit. The tube will be ejected automatically to the intermediate tube storage systems at the roll-up section. After the tube is centered and placed into the rolling up unit, the rolling process starts. After a few laps, the lapping bridge goes up and 2 pneumatic-operated side guiders come in to guarantee straight edges of the finished rolls. In the meantime, paper is laid out onto the wrapping table. A tape is attached to the trailing edge of the paper for closing the roll over the width automatically. After the desired length has been cut off, the finished roll is ejected out of the rolling unit through pneumatic-operated intermediate bars into the wrapping unit. Winding of the next roll can start immediately. The flap of the roll is opened automatically, so the paper is fed into the flap of the roll. The wrapping unit ejects the wrapped vinyl roll onto the intermediate storage belt table. The wrapped roll is transported to a conveyor belt system which feeds the roll into the roll end closing process, where the paper overlap is folded automatically. Before you see how the bungs are pressed, you first see how 2 by 2 meter width vinyl customer rolls are processed. 2 tubes are collected from the storage unit and transferred to the storage system and the rolling up unit. In the meantime, the longitudinal cutter is activated in order to slit the vinyl lengthwise. After the tubes are placed into the rolling up unit, the rolling process starts. Two pieces of paper are laid out onto the wrapping table. After the desired cut length has been rolled up, the rolls are ejected out of the rolling unit into the wrapping unit and separated. After the flap of the rolls is positioned, the paper is fed into the flap of the rolls. The wrapping unit ejects the wrapped vinyl rolls onto the intermediate storage belt table. The wrapped rolls are transported to a conveyor belt system to feed roll by roll into the roll end closing process. After the paper overlap is folded automatically, the roll is tipped onto the next conveyor belt. So far, only one inspector was required. Now the second operator puts the bungs in the roll ends and the label onto the roll. Last but not least, an automatic bung press device is installed in order to press the bungs into 4 meter, 3 meter, as well as 2 meter width rolls. ETF has several sorting out systems, for example, automatic bin loading systems in their program, to extend this line after the bungs are pressed. This ETF cushion vinyl installation ensures optimal and efficient cutting at correct lengths and perfect packing, treating the vinyl with the same care that went into making it. The advantages of this ETF installation are undeniable. Requires only one inspector and one operator. Possibility to process effortless 4, 3 and 2 by 2 meter width vinyl customer rolls. Optimal roll length thanks to the optimization system. Short cycle time, enabling even to follow the fastest production lines. A very simple operating system. And last but not least, it's very reliable. After all, it's an ETF installation.